As the airplane touched down on the tarmac of an unfamiliar city, my heart fluttered with a mix of excitement and trepidation. I was only 16, and my parents had planned a summer vacation in a foreign country. I had never been so far from home, and the thought of exploring a new culture both thrilled and intimidated me. Little did I know that across the miles, destiny had something magical in store for me. Stepping into the airport, I was immediately overwhelmed by the sights and sounds around me. The air buzzed with the unfamiliar language, and a wave of nervousness washed over me. I glanced around, trying to find my bearings, when my eyes met those of a young man standing alone. He looked just as lost as I felt. For a moment, time seemed to stand still as we stared at each other. There was something in his eyes, a glimmer of uncertainty, that resonated with my own feelings. I offered him a timid smile, and to my surprise, he returned it with a shy grin. It was as if we shared an unspoken connection, both being foreigners in this exotic land. As we stood in line for the immigration process, I found myself inching closer to the intriguing stranger. We exchanged pleasantries, and I learned that his name was Alex. He too was on vacation with his family, staying at a hotel nearby, and we had similar itineraries for exploring the city. By the time we reached the baggage claim, we had already become friends. The nervousness I had felt earlier had faded away, replaced by the excitement of meeting someone new in a foreign land. Over the next few days, Alex and I explored the city together. We visited famous landmarks, tried local delicacies, and immersed ourselves in the vibrant culture. With each passing day, our bond grew stronger, transcending the miles between our home countries. As we strolled along the bustling streets, I couldn't help but notice Alex's hand brushing against mine as we laughed together. It sent a gentle spark through my heart, making me aware of the magnetic pull I felt towards him. However, I also knew that our encounter was temporary. Soon, our vacation would end, and we would return to our separate lives. Yet even with that knowledge, I couldn't resist the enchanting connection we shared. Our conversations flowed effortlessly, and being with him felt like the most natural thing in the world. One starlit evening, we found ourselves atop a hill overlooking the city's glittering skyline. The twinkling lights seemed to mirror the glimmer in our eyes. The magic of the moment wrapped around us like a warm embrace. Under the stars, Alex confessed, "Emma, you're unlike anyone I've ever met. It feels as if we were meant to find each other here, across the miles." I couldn't deny the profound connection we shared, but my heart was conflicted. "Alex, this is all so wonderful, but we live in different worlds. We'll be separated by oceans and continents once we go back home." He smiled, his eyes soft with understanding. "I know, Emma, but sometimes life brings people together for a reason, and even if we part ways, I'll cherish every moment we've spent together." The remaining days of our vacation were bittersweet, each moment cherished as if it were the last. Alex and I laughed, shared secrets, and supported each other as we navigated the intricacies of this foreign land. As our departure date approached, my heart grew heavy. I wished we could stay in this dreamlike bubble forever. Yet, I also knew that clinging to something temporary would only bring pain in the long run. On the day of our departure, Alex and I bid each other farewell at the airport. Tears glistened in our eyes as we held hands, our hearts heavy with the knowledge that this beautiful chapter was ending. He squeezed my hand gently. "Promise me we'll keep in touch." I nodded, a teardrop escaping down my cheek. "I promise, Alex." We exchanged heartfelt goodbyes, knowing that the miles between us would test our connection. As I boarded the plane and watched the foreign land disappear beneath me, I couldn't help but wonder if we were destined to cross paths again someday. Back in my own country, I kept my promise to Alex. We began writing letters, pouring our hearts onto paper, sharing our dreams, fears, and aspirations. The letters became a lifeline, bridging the distance between us. Months turned into years, and our bond only grew stronger. Through triumphs and challenges, we were each other's confidants, our connection standing strong across the miles. I found myself falling in love with Alex, but I also understood that life's uncertainties might still keep us apart. 5 years had passed since our summer encounter, and I found myself back in that same foreign city. This time I was pursuing higher studies, eager to explore a new chapter of my life. As I stepped off the plane, I couldn't help but feel a sense of déjà vu. Memories of that starlit evening with Alex flooded my mind.